Hey, what's up guys? So we're going to be checking out some newer Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We have new familiar possessed cards coming out in Phantom Rage, and to follow that up we have a newer archetype called the Zoo Kings. So this will be a very interesting archetype considering there's so many good support for the Beast, Beast Warrior, and Winged Beast coming out. But anyways, let's go and check out the first card, which is the Zoo King Alpha. It is going to be a level 8 Earth Beast special summon effect monster with 3,000 attack and 2,500 defense points. It says that it cannot be normal summoned or set. It must first be special summoned from your hand while the total attack of all monsters your opponent controls is higher than the total attack of all monsters you control. Next part of it says that you can use the first effect with this card's name only once per turn. The first effect says you get to target any number of Beast, Beast Warrior, and or Winged Beast monsters you control. For the rest of this turn, your Zoo King Alphas cannot attack directly. Also, return the targeted monsters to the hand, then return to the hand face-up monsters your opponent controls equal to the number you first return. So basically, you get to maybe bounce back a couple of your cards, you get to bounce back some of theirs, as the Tri-Brigades can definitely throw out a lot of different monsters, but there's like Zoo, there's a lot of different archetypes. It can maybe throw out a bunch of monsters that are maybe negating their effects, so they're basically zeros, and then you can just go ahead and bounce back a bunch of cards. So I think this card can be quite great, although realistically getting this effect off, I don't really know what archetype is going to be making really great use out of it that is like Tri-Brigade related, or I should say other than Tri-Brigade related, because the problem that Tri-Brigades have is there's not enough disruption. You basically have your the Zodiac engine, you get like a +1 disruption, and then like maybe another one when you special summon it during your opponent's turn, you can banish a card. But the problem with this card is it's not a quick effect. If this part was a quick effect, then this would make it a lot better. At least that's how I see it. Let me know, guys, what you think about it. I'm also curious, do you actually have to control a monster to actually get this effect off? Because if so, then that makes the card even worse because you actually have to have some type of number. It can't just be 0. Or if it can be 0, then the card can maybe just be used as, link material, or since it is a level 8 Earth, you might be able to use some other cards with it. But next up, the possessed cards over here. So we got the Go Bite over here, so that's the first card we're going to be checking out, which is obviously the card artwork on the left. So it's going to be a level 5 water with 2,000 attack and 200 defense points, and it's going to be a reptile effect monster. So it says you can use each effect amongst the second and third with this card's name only once per turn. So you could special summon this card from your hand or deck by sending one face-up spellcaster monster you control and one level 4 or lower water monster you control to the graveyard. The second part says when this card is special summoned by the way it is in its first effect, you get to send one random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, then each player draws one card. The third effect is, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to add one spiritual water art or one possessed spell/trap from your deck to your hand. So there's a lot of stuff that can recycle the cards, so you can get some like pluses or kind of neutralize the minus that you essentially go with this card. But each player both draws a card, so I don't know how valuable it is to send one random card because it might be getting an effect in the graveyard anyways, then you just gave your opponent an advantage, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe you get rid of a good card, it's just kind of random, unless there is something that you can follow up with this effect over here. The third part of it says that, you get to add a spiritual water art, so you can maybe get rid of an additional card later down the line with the spiritual water art, which lets you look at your opponent's hand. For the most part, I just don't think it's that viable. Trap Dusty was like the only really good card for that was free. I guess the point of the Red Lotus is still seeing some play, right? Anyways, next up we have the Awaken of the Possessed Rasen Ryu over here, which is the wind one, and it is going to be a level 5, same stats, 2,000 attack and 200 defense points, and it's going to be a wind monster. And anyways, so it is also going to be a dragon. Okay, so it says you can use each effect amongst the second and third with this card's name only once per turn. The first effect is you can just special summon this card from your hand or deck by sending a face-up spellcaster monster you control and one level 4 level wind monster you control to the graveyard. The second part says when this card is special summoned by the way it's written on its first effect, you get to return one card your opponent controls to the hand. Okay, it's not too bad, especially since it's special summoned from the deck. The third part is if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to add one spiritual wind art or one possessed spell/trap from your deck to your hand. All right, well, You guys can let me know what you think of the cards down below, and I'm actually more curious to see where these Zoo Kings go, if they're going to be a standalone archetype or something we're supposed to be splashing in. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you want to see gameplay of them, I'll try to get you guys some gameplay, or this one will probably be real easy to go in with Tri Brigades. But if you are new here, subscribe, turn on the bell so you don't miss out on the gameplay. And if you guys want to send me in replays, if you guys know some crazy combos with any of these cards, let me know by sending in a replay file over at AzneyesReplays@gmail.com, or you can send it in to me via PM in the Discord. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.